put a new sensor, get the car fixed, get it sent out again.
You know, we raced really hard and clean, and we came home with a 4th place finish.
I think a lot of us were having high hopes for the race.
What is it? The last time we got pole position was Indy in 2023.
One thing tell you, as much as you get going, we're going to go to the garage and get this electrical problem repaired.
We came onto the scene and we found success immediately. We've found success every year that we've been involved with IMSA and other forms of racing, but we were at a high for so long. But then when the tough times come, when the results aren't there, that's really what racing is, and that's what people don't see, unfortunately.
Ted, what is going on, buddy? I got into motorsports. I was really born into the car world. My father had a dealership, and naturally, because of that, we had the ability to get involved in motorsports. We didn't have to. I always say Motorsport, the racetrack here in Ontario, it's been part of my life since I was 11 years old. It was the first time I was there. I guess we had various iterations over the years. The first time was back in the late 80s with Porsche. They announced a Turbo Cup Series for Canada. They wanted their dealers very much involved. And we decided if we're going to be involved, we want to do it the right way. We got Scott Goodyear, who went on to be very successful in IndyCar racing. But prior to that, he raced for us at Porsche Turbo Cup, and we won the championship in 1988.
Stage right over the Armco. Back to the leader, Scott Goodyear. Into Moss Corner. Goodyear is stretching out here now by about 4 or 5 car lengths. Looks like it'll be Scott Goodyear as he brings the Pop 84 Porsche to the line. He'll take the checkered flag for the win.
That was the first time we really got a little bit more serious about it. In the motorsports world, it's a lot of fun. I think it's the challenge. I always say I hate losing more than I like winning. May sound strange, but it really is trying to get to that ultimate point. And there's a lot of, work and pain and frustration that comes with it. But it's something at the end of the day is very satisfying.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But I want to say one thing. I've seen a lot of people here winning and losing. I tell you from my own experience, winning is one thing, but out of losing, I always learned more.
Open prototype, you will stay out, just the pass, you will stay out.
It literally just went bang and went wow in like the middle of the corner, and then it sounded funny, and I tried it like a couple more times just to like see what it would do, and it would just kind of like rev a bit but not really give me drive.
Yeah, Watkins Glen was it was a tough weekend for sure. It was one of the lowest weekends, unfortunately, I think we've had as a team. The car kind of mysteriously just shut itself off a couple times. It ended up being an issue with the battery terminal, which yeah, was unfortunately an error by one of our mechanics.
Too painful. Such a to this to this.
The one thing we could walk away with after Watkins Glen was knowing that we were really fast, and that was after 2 races prior that had gone fairly well for us.
You can't hide from the fact that we have been dealing with a lot of change at this team, and so that's going to make, you know, those results a little bit harder to come by consistently.
Honestly, I do believe that we could have won that race. This is motorsport. This is racing. You're going to have a lot of good days, but trust me, you're going to have a lot of bad days too.
Like, what the f is going on? Actually, was working, but it's not. That was like literally roasting.
I don't know, but this chassis is not going back on track.
I mean, it's a pretty visceral response to things. And so you'll get these significant highs, then you get these lows, and then everybody, they really do rally together to, I mean, work as a team to sort of, you know, solve a problem, get the car working well, get the team working well.
We got to call a spade a spade. Nobody here is, you know, jumping up and down for the results. When you look at how the year's gone, you know, racing isn't about cars or engines or tires, it's about people. And if you get the right group of people together, you can accomplish some pretty impressive things together.
Yeah, being at home is amazing.
People are wearing team shirts and hats, and you could really feel like people cheering for the team at home.
At CTMP, we really had some bad luck, unfortunately. I felt we had the strategy right. Us and 8 other cars in our class had the strategy the same, and you know, on the winning strategy, or what we felt was going to be the winning strategy.
Wish it could have gone a little bit better. We were set up to at least be in a good spot to be in a podium position, but cautions just didn't fall our way.
Full court yellow, full court yellow.
There was 2 yellow flags that, you know, for an extended period of time in the final hour and 20 minutes that allowed 2 cars to steal a win, frankly. So that was a shot to the gut, because I felt we had a really, really great bounce back performance from everybody after the issues at Watkins Glen. I was very proud of the effort we put in, but you know, sometimes in racing, things are out of your control.
You're strong. Can you get the awning, please? Bring the awning bag out.
Yeah. I'd say, even before the car hit the wall, even before the car was unloaded, back at the shop, we put a lot of energy into prepping the car to a very high level, because we wanted to go into that race the best prepared we ever had been.
Fairly early on, actually, we had an incident with a prototype car while we were trying to enter the pits.
I think at Road America, when the crash happened, I don't think anybody knew how severe it was with the car out on track.
Slow. Okay.
It's gut-wrenching at first, and then you just focus. You just all of a sudden you just go into this mindset of just got to get the job done.
Much of a challenge, but both Forte and Wayne Taylor Racing coming to the aid of Pfaff, who there's still quite a lot of work to get that car into IMSA.
You start to like go through the list of of things that you have to do, and it can become very overwhelming pretty quickly.
Our fellow Lamborghini team at Forte Racing was able to loan us their spare chassis. What makes that really hard and complex is that that spare chassis wasn't a current spec operating car in IMSA. So we had to fit it with the torque sensors, all the IMSA scrutineering harness, which is a substantial amount of work. Typically takes a full team 2 days to install that, and we had to get all this work done in a matter of hours. So it's not just slapping bodywork on it and making it look like the Pfaff car.
Wow. All I had to do is this one. All right.
So we had all hands on deck, had people getting food for the crew that was working, and everyone was really contributing to make that happen. And there's no such thing as a recon lap or any way to test the car before the race starts. So Marco, going into the race, was first time he was going to feel the car, and if the car was okay, it was going to be turn 1, lap 1 of the race. I'm extremely proud of the entire Pfaff Motorsports team that the car ran flawlessly that entire Road America race.
We went from the lows of having a car that was essentially written off, and then being able to bring another car back to life within a very short period of time. Incredible accomplishment by our guys.
Some issues in the race, just with contact with other cars, that resulted in a drive-through late in the race with 4 minutes to go, and we were probably on pace for a podium.
I've always felt that with Pfaff Motorsports that our culture is more like a close-knit family, community feel. It's really hard to describe unless you're involved with it.
There's this unfortunate common theme in our year of getting kicked down, and Road America really felt like the turning point in a negative way for the rest of our season.
Standing by. Rolling green. So one inside here, one inside with the Mustang.
Yeah, VIR was a tough one. We didn't qualify well at VIR. We were last of the running cars. Indianapolis, again, we had the pace. I felt like we were a competitive car. We were in the mix in the top 5. And early on, we had a substantial amount of contact from the rear from one of our competitors that took us essentially out of the race. So we had some damage. We had resulted in a gearbox issue with the car after that. So when the car came into the pits, it was unable to go into neutral.
Generally, the season as a whole was just really tough for everybody.
Obliterated. Like literally roasted.
Motul Petit Le Mans was a challenging race. We had an issue in night practice with our torque sensors, which are a series homologated part, which we don't really have any visibility of or way to affect. So we went out for qualifying. The issue that we were assured was repaired was not. So we lost all the qualifying sessions and knew we had to start last. I appreciated, after a little bit of kicking and screaming, that IMSA, Bosch, Mechanica, Lamborghini all came together to ensure that we could have a car that didn't have this issue arise again in the race. We were able to shake the car down at night with the support of the Georgia Highway Patrol. A couple more cars. There's a hill that go up. The plane's just routed up the hill. We can't stop though, so once we're going, we're going to go. Started on the back foot knowing that going in, and felt we had a pretty solid race going until the end when we had a small off that punctured our oil cooler, and the race was over. Not the way we wanted to end it with a DNF, but unfortunately seemed a little bit fitting given how the rest of the year had gone.
2025 was a challenging year before it even started because we did kind of have to rebuild. You know, at one point, we weren't sure if this team was coming back racing in 25.
I mean, this season was put together so last minute. It really gave me a real understanding of how much is involved from every aspect of the team, and also that the competition continues to get better and better and more sophisticated. And if you want to keep up with that, you have to continue to evolve. Obviously, the number one thing is the people on the team. Every single position on that team is so critical.
The people that are here, the people that work on these cars, that prepare these cars, that go over the wall, that transport them to the races. I mean, every member of this race team plays such a huge part. We're not a huge operation, and so every single role is crucial to the success of this group, and it's just a really good group to go racing with.
Moving forward, we've got an exciting new vehicle. It's also, it certainly won't hurt, and it only helps to have our second year together with Lamborghini. There's been a lot of great relationships built, and now we've got some time together. We can really start to leverage off that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just trying to find a safe spot.
Now again, that we have that sort of consistency and that understanding of what next year is going to bring, we can just build on that great base that we've put together and really kind of see where it takes us.
It all comes back to when you're down, you got to get back up, and you can have 10 bad races in a row. It's on the 11th, it's, you know, are you able to put in the 100% again?
Ciao mamma, ciao.